Works. Jasmine, I was reading some previous interviews that you did, and you said in one that the squad was, quote, off limit in your Dallas area district. What does that mean? Can you explain that?
Oh, man. So, I was endorsed by my predecessor, Eddie Bernice Johnson, who is the only person to ever hold her seat. And she is a member of CPC. But, it gets real complicated.
Sure does.
Especially when you start talking about the Black Caucus. So things get very, very complicated. That's a part of the race that nobody ever sees. But I will say more so than anything, besides kind of the complications behind the scenes, because there's kind of a struggle that exists because so much of the squad has gone after kind of old school Democrats. And so a lot of the Black Caucus is old school Democrats. And so the idea that I would potentially pair up with a group that may start to kind of attack their own, they don't like that, right? And I'm just trying to go in and keep my head down. So, but more importantly, I want my own identity. And I think that it is different coming from Texas. My job is to represent my district. And sometimes what happens, like AOC's district looks nothing like mine. And I have to be cognizant of that. And I have to make sure that when I'm pushing for legislation, it's legislation that makes sense for the people that sent me to D.C. And so I don't really want to get kind of caught in a trick bag. I want to be able to walk in. I think if you walk in and you say, hey, I'm squad, then you're over there, right? And I want to be able to build my own identity. But with me being kind of the handpicked heir from an Eddie Bernice Johnson and kind of some of the issues that exist with the Black Caucus, it's off limits.